We're back to bring you another great game from the National Football League. The Cincinnati Bengals will kick off to begin the game. It's fielded at the 2. He gets out to about the 25-yard line. The Dolphins will start this drive at the 25. They'll give it off here. Brown makes the tackle. About 4 yards on that play. That brings up second down. Passes it out, and he caught it. He's knocked out at the 45.
Oops, that was just superior play calling that time on the offense. They sucked the defense in with the play action and got it in behind.
Throws short. Dixon was there on the tackle.
Nice play there. It's only 7 yards, but that's the kind of underneath throw that eventually opens up some throws down the field.
Hit as he throws. Sanders makes the tackle.
Matt Castle is having no trouble completing passes on this drive. Accuracy is just one of his many talents.
Hand off to the fullback. He's brought down at the 25 by Williams. Just about 3 yards there. That'll bring up second down. Dumps it out left. Griggs is there on the tackle.
Matt Castle has the hot hand right now, and of course that surprises nobody, especially this defense. He's one of the most accurate passers in the league, so to stop him, you have to get some heat on him.
Tackle was made by Parker. They pick up 2 yards.
And they really ran right into the blitz. That's a time that a veteran quarterback should have changed the play at the line of scrimmage. You could see the blitz coming. He didn't audible and only came away with a short gain.
Let's go, get him, baby. Left, 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 left.
They'll go with the run once again.
Well, those defenders get paid too, and every once in a while they win the battle. Clearly that time they were all over this offensive line.
And again was his intended target. 4th down, and the field goal unit is out to try this 34-yarder. And he makes it. Here's a look at the drive summary presented by Sprint. This one's going to be downed in the end zone for a touchback.
First drives of the game, in my opinion, are just so important. It just sets the tempo for the entire game. I tend to want to go opposite my game plan. If I think that I can run the football against the defense, I tend to come out and want to throw it early to make them back up a little bit.
They keep it on the ground with the tailback.
Well, that was the perfect time for them to call a blitz. They got in there, filled up all the gaps, brought down the running back for a short gain.
Gets the pass away. Moore was defending on the play. 4th down. The Bengals lining up to punt. Again is the deep man awaiting the return.
The field house is located just inside gate 2.
And he gets brought down hard.
The Dolphins were having their way with this defense last time out, but were held to just 3 points. They'll look to top that here.
Let's go, man.
Flips it out short. Barber gets the pick. Casey makes the tackle.
This guy's a gambler, no question about it. He doesn't mind taking some chances, and sometimes it pays off just like that.
Hands it to the back. Bird gains about 4 yards on the play. gets the pass off. Francis gets his hand on it. Jennings was the intended receiver. Throws left, picked off. There's no one around. To the 10. He gets in for 6. And just like that, they make it a 2-possession game.
What a tremendous return that was. And even better, now you have a little breathing room when you look up at that scoreboard.
Chris Brown adds the extra point. Let's take a look at the sprint drive summary. This one's going to be downed in the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals want to get better results from this series. Their last one ended with a turnover. They're going to pitch it.
As a quarterback, you really want to make that pre-snap read, and it's kind of hard to not see the middle linebacker. He came on the blitz that time, and sometimes you just need to get out of a play like that.
Throws it short. Jaunty intercepts it. Touchdown, Miami.
Poor showing so far by a veteran quarterback. 2 picks in the first half is not how you want to start a game.
Chris Brown packs on the extra point. Here's your sprint drive summary. He'll down it in the end zone. We'll see what the offense does to combat their last mistake, which ended with the defense celebrating a touchdown. They hand it off. And he makes it out to about the 21-yard line before he's hit and dropped. Shaw is going to be sacked for a loss. Barwin makes his first sack of the year. There for the catch.
Good job all the way around by the defense that time. Not only did they have the deep routes completely covered there, but they also had the check down well within their grasp.
Brought down at the 43-yard line. And it's pretty apparent that just about everything is working for these guys today. Tackle was made by Sanders.
Nothing makes a defensive coordinator cringe more than seeing that kind of run, because then it sets up the play action, and there's almost no way to stop an offense if you can't stop the run and you have to deal with play action.
Castle hands it off. Brought down around the 41-yard line by Brown. 2nd and 7. Ball on the 41. They keep it on the ground with the tailback. The stop was made by Sims, a pickup of about 3, and so it'll be 3rd down. Throws it. Carr picks it off. What a hit. I don't think he even saw that guy. And that was the 2nd time he's been picked off this half.
Well, we're going to find out how mentally tough this quarterback is, because when you get off to a shaky start like that, sometimes it's tough to piece everything back together again.
And he's hit as he throws.
They brought the blitz that time, didn't get there, but did throw off the timing of the play to get the incompletion.
Gives to the back. He gets to about the 47-yard line. Wilson is there on the tackle. Shaw with the give.
And when the defense gets that kind of penetration, it just disrupts everything for an offense. They have to get that guy blocked.
He throws left. Comes down with it. Brought down with only one man to beat.
Yeah, I like going with the play-action pass in that situation. They caught the defense cheating a little bit, completed it for a good pickup.
The pass is away. And the pass was knocked away at the last minute.
And those are the kind of big third down plays you have to have on defense to get the ball back and give your team a chance on offense.
Hit on the pass.
And if he can get just a little bit more time, there are guys running open down the field. The pressure is getting close, but it's not there. He should take a fraction longer to make that throw.
Here's the halfback. He fights forward to about the 46. Brown was there to bring him down. Gives it off. Tackle was made by Parker. That's 4 yards on the play, and that makes it third down. Well, at least one team is playing hard as we get set for the second quarter. Our score, the Dolphins 17, the Bengals nothing. And it's completed.
And when you're trying to catch those high, hard ones, you just don't know what's going to happen to your body. I tell you, you haven't lived until you caught one of those and had one of those clowns flip you upside down.
Passes the ball. And the pass is knocked away. Second down now following the incomplete pass. He gets another carry. Still going. He gets to about the 37-yard line. Lance Briggs is there on the tackle. It's third down now, just about the length of the football away from the first down marker. They'll give it off here. Sims tackles him for a loss at the 40. They'll line it up for a very long field goal attempt. This one from 57 yards away. Flag down, first one of the game. And this one looks like it's going to come back. Repeat, fourth down. It's fourth down. The Dolphins ready to punt this one away. And not a good bounce on the punt.
The Bengals are in a dangerous territory right now. This one's gotten a little out of hand, but a touchdown on this series, maybe your defense gets a little momentum going.
Receiver has it on the screen. No gain on that completion. Delivers to the halfback on the screen. Francis makes the tackle. 6-yard pickup.
Just keeps the ball moving down the field. 6-yard gain and a little progress.
Gets the ball away. Pass is complete.
The Bengals have been facing a pretty stiff pass defense so far. And they haven't been getting too much on their completions, but that time a big play, and that's exactly what they needed.
Sheds one tackler.
Sweeps are plays that you see a lot more of in college football than you do in the National Football League because everybody in the NFL is so fast. In high school, in college, yeah, maybe you get it out around the corner. In the pros, tough to do.
They get to him and intercepted. To the 20, to the 10. Touchdown, Miami.
You know, some defensive players, you don't want to throw it in their zone because it might get intercepted. Some guys, you absolutely don't want to throw it there because they can turn it into a touchdown going the other way.
still moving. This offense will have to quickly forget their misfortune and try to turn it around on this series. Shaw gives it up the middle.
And if you can make a running back hesitate just a little, that time you could see there really was no hole, and the running back was just fishing for a place to go.
Gives to the back. Ernie Sims was there to bring him down. 1st and 10. Ball on their own 35. Short pass to his left. Beeson tackles him at the 42.
Little 7-yard throws like that have really become the staple of the National Football League. So many defenses now not allowing the big throws down the field. You have to be willing to take throws just like that.
There for the reception.
The Bengals seem to be very content throwing these short little dinky passes. Some offenses just nickel and dime you all the way up and down the field, which I suppose at least eats up the clock.
Again with the run. The stop was made by Adrian Wilson. And that will definitely be enough for the first down.
The defense just couldn't find him on that play. I don't know if they were surprised or what, but that back became a little ghostly. He disappeared.
Here's the pass. Fumble on the play. Wilson scoops it.
And there is no worse feeling in the world than to cough one up and watch a defense jump on top of it.
Don't you do that!
They go with the run. He gets out to about the 38-yard line before several defenders bring him down. Here's the throw. Brings it in.
Well, when you have a talented running back like this, you always have to account for him. That time, a nice play-action pass, open it up down the field.
Passes to his left. Tackle was made by Sanders.
If you're going to play man-to-man coverage against this team, you're going to have to take away that slant route. That time they hit it for a big play.
Smell it.
Throws it out. And it's knocked down. Marcus Colston was the intended receiver on the play. He'll get it again. And it looks short from up here.
Yeah, great defense at the point of attack, but also very impressive, the pursuit to the ball. They were all coming there.
It's good. Here's a look at the drive summary presented by Sprint. He just showed off his incredible leg strength there. What a kick.
Wow. Can you believe he made that? That's my expert analysis there. Wow. The Bengals have had a long day so far, and if they don't make something happen on this series, well, you're going to see these players getting more and more frustrated.
He passes short.
Only gained about 4 yards on that play, but sometimes as an offense, as long as it's not a negative play, it's a positive play.
Makes the catch.
The Bengals got a big play that time, and they need a whole lot more of that after beginning this game with a very pedestrian passing attack. That was good.
Passes it. Leaping catch.
The Bengals will maybe get kick-started a little bit after that catch. Their passing game hasn't exactly been very impressive so far.
Gets the pass away. The stop was made by Griffin.
The Bengals are getting on a bit of a roll here. Nice play calling and good execution. The defense looks a little confused right now.
Short throw to the left. Tackle was made by Jones.
I know we all talk about 40-yard dash times in the NFL, but as a receiver, if you are a great route runner and you understand what the defenses are trying to do to you, It doesn't matter if you run a 4.340. If you can get in and out of your cuts like this guy, you will always be able to play.
Rolls right. The Cincinnati Bengals throw nearly 75 yards in 7 plays for the score.
Matt Schaub delivers a touchdown pass on a beautiful throw, and I just admire the way he plays the quarterback position. There's such an intelligence there, but also this gutsiness. What an awesome combination.
He makes it out to about the 21-yard line.
The Dolphins offense has to be a little disappointed with how that last drive ended, to move the ball that effectively and only come away with 3 points.
Here's the give. He didn't get back to the line. Sanders has been on a collision course with the ball carriers. That takedown marking his 5th tackle. Gives it off. Moss was there to bring him down. 5 yards. That'll bring up 3rd down. They give it to the tailback. Tackle was made by Lance Briggs. He just gave his team a huge lift with that carry.
That's just getting it done. You can credit the offensive line all you want, but when you get it back in that 3rd down situation that's able to break off a big one like that, what a lift it gives your football team.
A pickup of about 7, and that will bring up 2nd down. They'll need about 3 yards here on 2nd down. Runs over tackler. The stop was made by Dixon. Time for a short break as we send you to the studio for stats and highlights.
Welcome to the halftime show. Let's get you caught up on what's happening around the league.
Check out the scores from around the league. It's time to check out who's making noise around the NFL. Chris Beanie Wells has rushed for over 150 yards. Let's turn to your game stats. There was a big discrepancy in the number of plays run by each team in the first half, and the edge was held by Cincinnati. Miami is up by a score of 27-7. Here are the highlights from your game.
The second half is about to begin. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Welcome back to Miami. He breaks the tackle. They get him at the 27-yard line.
The Bengals are looking to dig themselves out of this big hole that they've dug themselves into, and at the very least, you have to show the guys on the other bench you're not going to roll over.
They run a counter.
And you have to be able to get that counter play going. When the penetration gets there and it forces those offensive linemen to go back just a little bit deeper, it throws off the timing of the entire play.
He's there for the catch. Sims was there on the tackle. Bird with his 4th catch of the game. Short throw. Tackle was made by Sims. Greg Jennings with his 3rd reception. They'll go with the run once again. That'll be a 7-yard pickup. That'll bring up 2nd down. He throws short. And he's dropped as soon as he makes the catch. James Jones now with 4 catches in the game. Got it off barely. Wilson is there on the tackle.
The Bengals are having some success getting the ball down the field on this drive. This offense is clicking.
Is there for the catch. Tackle was made by Francis.
They were trying to work that ball down the field. There really wasn't anything there. They dump it off and not much underneath either.
Deep pass to the end zone. No completion.
And the defense came after him with the blitz, and you see the net result of that. You don't always get a sack, but sometimes if you can just rush the quarterback, it is a positive net result for the defense.
He rolls out to the right. He goes up high for the catch.
Patience for a wide receiver is just so key. He's able to manipulate that defense, set them up one play, come back with the exact same look, and break off of it the next. Beautifully run.
He throws left. And he caught it. Crosses the plane. Well, we'll wait to see. He did not score. This is the 11th play of this drive. This will be a delayed call. And the call is a touchdown.
Well, there certainly was no mystery to that play. Just power offense against power defense, and the offense won the battle there.
Gostkowski adds the extra point. Let's take a look at the sprint drive summary. Taken at the 5. They get him at the 29-yard line. The offense will start at the 29-yard line. 1st and 10. On the ground with a tailback. A 7-yard play. That brings up 2nd down. They line up at the 36. Hammered as he lets it go.
Just missed that time, bringing him down for a sack, but great pressure to force an incompletion.
Throws it. Right through his hands. He almost had the pick. Briggs had the coverage on the play. Jenkins is back awaiting the punt. He fields it at the 17. He's tackled at the 22-yard line.
The Bengals on that last series proved they can move the ball on this defense. They just need to keep it rolling now.
Gets the pass out. Drops the easy pick.
Not so much a bad pass as a bad decision. He saw the coverage there, simply had to go to the next receiver. He didn't make the right move.
Short pass to his left. He can't bring him down. Bird makes it 5 catches for the game. Passes. Knocked away, and it'll be 4th down following the pass deflection.
Just terrific play by the defense. They followed the quarterback's eyes, made a quick jump on the ball, and were all over that one.
Again, fields it at the 24. Takes it out to the 32. The defense played exceptionally well the last time this offense had the ball. What a hit at the 32-yard line.
You know, listen, I would never want to block a defensive lineman, so, I've seen these guys. I know these guys. They're big and they're nasty. But at least from an offensive standpoint, you have to try to get in their way.
At the 40. He's knocked out at the 28.
We talk about how important the running backs are as receivers in the West Coast offense. Well, that time he went almost all the way from the East Coast to the West Coast with that one.
Excellent game through the air will set them up with 1st and 10 once again. Passes it out. He leaps. It's caught. They push him out of bounds, and now they have 1st and goal. 1st down now. They'll be looking for 6 points here. Give to the tailback. That's 4 yards on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Direct snap to the back. He doesn't get back to the line.
And when your defensive line can handle their guys up front and not allow the offensive linemen to get down on the linebackers, it really gives those linebackers a chance to look great.
Just gets that one away.
Very disappointing for an offense to get a completion and not get the 1st down. The receiver's job there is to make somebody miss. Clearly have to give the defense credit there. They won. When you see your field goal kicker miss one that short, I mean, that's just a gift. You're giving away 3 easy points there.
Gets the pass away. Nearly picked off. He should have had that one. Jennings was his intended target.
And thus only guests holding a club level ticket may utilize the escalator.
Throws it short. The stop was made by Jones.
Very clean game played so far. No penalties, and we're now in the 2nd half.
Gets the pass off. Francis has it. Down the sideline. To the 10. Touchdown, Dolphins.
He had that one all the way. Not only a great break on the ball, but he knew what to do with it and stuck it in the end zone. Tremendous play.
Throws it short. Great job there. They were able to convert.
And you could tell the offense had a plan throughout that drive. Not only did they get the touchdown, but they immediately got the call in for the 2-point conversion. They knew exactly what they wanted to do and executed it perfectly.
Here's your sprint drive summary. The defense is coming off that big play just a moment ago, so the momentum is on their side. Tackle was made by Ernie Sims. Ernie Sims is certainly dishing out the tackles. That'll be his 8th. He throws right. There for the catch. The stop was made by Moore. Bird with his 6th reception. Gives to the back. Tackle was made. The defense couldn't figure out a way to come up with a stop on that 3rd down attempt.
And let's give that big offensive line a little credit there. They knew they were going to have to drive this defense off the ball, and that's exactly what they did on that one.
Adrian Wilson was defending on the play.
Well, this is a guy who's known for taking some risks, but that was an unnecessary risk there. Lucky that wasn't intercepted.
Throws it. Comes down with it. Adrian Wilson was there to bring him down. Everything seemed to work perfectly on that one.
And that's a pattern that this team likes to run. You know they've been studying that all week on film, and yet they still can't stop it.
And they'll run him again. Marwin makes the tackle. Not sure if I agree with that call at all.
Yeah, the running game at this point works against you on a couple of fronts. One, you're not going to get typically a big play out of it, and that clock keeps on ticking.
And it's picked. Jennings was there on the tackle. And I'm sure he'll try to erase this game from his mind as quickly as possible.
Yeah, what do you do on the computer? That Control-Alt-Delete to go back to the beginning? I think he'd like to Control-Alt-Delete this game.
Short throw to the right. Tackle is made by Barber. He gunned that one in there for the first down, didn't he?
He really did, and when you watch a guy throw a ball that hard, they don't move their arm any faster. You see them driving off that back leg. That was a pretty pass.
They can't bring him down. Sanders was there to bring him down. The offensive line just hasn't opened up many holes for him. He's really having a tough time out there. They hand it off. Tackle is made by Barber. It's 1st and 10. Castle with the give. Breaks a tackle. Hard was there on the tackle.
And that's why you send all those guys to plug up the holes, and that time there were no holes, really, and he was lucky to get anything on the play.
The halfback with the carry. Lance Briggs was there to bring him down.
They haven't been easy yards to pick up, but in a hard-fought game at the end of the day, especially in the second half, you start seeing running plays working a little bit better than maybe what they did in the first half when that defense was fresh and really flying around out there. It really is so much the key to football. You talk all the time about you have to establish the run. Well, there you see why. You establish the run, and then you come with the play-action pass. Just so hard to defend.
Feeds it to the back. Williams drops him for a loss at the 12. And this is the 9th play of the current drive. Hands it off. Tackle was made by Brown.
I know it may not be the popular thing to say, but I can't really give the running back 100% of the credit for this performance today. Let's face it, this defense came in here determined to stop the pass, and they're paying a price on the run.
Smith picks up about 4 yards on the play. And it's good. Here's a look at the drive summary presented by Sprint. So after that kick, the score is now the Dolphins 38, the Bengals 14. Jenkins fields it at the 2. They get him at the 31. The Bengals will set up shop at the 31. The pass is away, and the pass is incomplete.
Good release that time by the receiver at the line of scrimmage, but the pass simply was just not there.
Can't bring him down. He looks for an open man. Batted away.
He's one of those quarterbacks who trusts his arm maybe a little bit too much. He should have never thrown that ball.
And the defense has a heavy rush. Jaunty gets to the quarterback for the first time this year. Ginn fields it at the 30. And they're already up big. That return just really puts them into position to make this thing a blowout. Miami breaks out their Wildcat offense. And the snap goes right to the back. Still working. He's going to be tackled for a loss.
Well, Tom, the offensive line just didn't get any push there. They've got to do a better job knocking those guys off the line of scrimmage.
Gives it off. And he makes it out to about the 47-yard line.
Tom, that was a run blitz on that play. They brought the middle linebacker effectively, filling all the gaps, and there was simply nowhere for the running back to go.
Straight ahead with a fullback. The stop was made by Sims.
When you run the ball in that situation, typically it means you have a little more faith in your offensive line and your running back than you do the quarterback and the receivers. And that time, the offensive line and the running back didn't get it done.
Let's see if the offense can put something together on this drive. Dumps it out right. Tackle is made by Jonti. That's a 4-yard pickup through the air.
Little out route against zone coverage. Typically, zone coverages will give you that almost all the time. They're more defending the deep pass.
It's tipped and intercepted to the 20, to the 10. They'll score. Touchdown.
Nicely done. That's his second interception of the game. I really like the way he plays the corner position. You can see the anticipation.
Point after is good. Let's take a look at the sprint drive summary. He brings it back to the 23. They'll go to work at the 23. Not a good throw, and this will be picked off. Open field ahead. Touchdown, Miami.
Anytime you get a team down by this many points, you start seeing some of those throws forced in there, and that one didn't work out so well.
Extra point is good. Here's your sprint drive summary. With just over 2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter, the score is the Dolphins 52, the Bengals 14. From his own goal line, Jenkins loses the ball. Weaver gets his hand on it and scoops it up.
You can almost feel the air being sucked out of a stadium whenever a ball hits the ground on special teams. Everybody goes...
Passes the ball. Jonti knocks it away. Second down for the offense after that incomplete pass. Passes on the move, and he is able to hold on to it. James Jones brings in his 6th catch of the game. Throws it short, and it's completed. Wilson was there to bring him down. They'll hurry back to the line. Gets the ball away. From the 35-yard line. They give it to the tailback. Lance Briggs makes the tackle. 4 yards on that play. That'll bring up second down. They hand it off. Sanders was there on the tackle.
And, Tom, that was because the defense filled up all the gaps. The back was looking for somewhere to run, but by bringing the run blitz, they took away all the holes and stopped them for a minimal gain.
Tackle was made by Lance Briggs. Yet another run that goes nowhere, and that's been the theme for him today. This is to add to an already impressive lead. No good. The Bengals will begin this drive at the 35. Barely gets that one off. John Beeson is there on the tackle. Jenkins picks up 2 yards with that grab. So that'll make it 2nd down. Here's the pass. Pass is complete. Avery with his 5th grab of the game. Here's the throw. Catches it, and he's dropped.
And he went way up to snag that one. That was a pretty catch.
He'll try the end zone. It's incomplete. That's going to do it. We have highlights coming right up, so don't go anywhere.